Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Filing.
Okay.
Okay, here. Where's the check?
That's the governor's staff taking their filing to the Supreme Court Friday afternoon. And the front office staff late today also serving the same paperwork to Speaker B.J. Cruz.
Hoping to compel the legislature to pay tax refunds.
Governor Eddie Calvo has filed a request for declaratory judgment with the Supreme Court regarding his tax refund bill. Documents state the Guam legislature's failure to present duly passed legislation to the governor of Guam violates the separation of powers doctrine. It negatively affects the operation of the executive branch and impinges on the powers and duties of the governor under the Organic Act of Guam to veto or approve duly passed legislation. During a special session on May 9th, Bill 11-S, also referred to as Tran, only received 7 votes for passage. 6 senators voted no and 2 were excused. According to the legislature's standing rules, 8 votes are needed for any bill to pass. The governor, however, argues that according to the Organic Act, all that's needed is a majority vote.
We want them to opine on the Organic Act, which specifically says that the votes in order to pass a legislation is the majority of those present and voting. And we believe that, 7 is greater than 6. And that follows Organic Act.
Calvo has been calling for the tax revenue anticipation note, a $75 million line of credit to speed up the payment of tax refunds. The governor is now requesting the High Court for an interpretation of a federal or local law lying with the jurisdiction of Guam courts to decide, and raises questions that affect the powers and duties of the governor and the operation of the executive branch or of the legislature. Reacting today, Speaker B.J. Cruz states, quote, Bill 11-S did not pass. If Governor Calvo wants to ask the Supreme Court of Guam for permission to dig our island into a bigger debt grave, we will see him in court. However, Adelup is standing by its actions.
It would be really nice if they would just listen to the people of Guam who have said, who told them in I think 4 or 5 separate public hearings that they want their tax refunds now.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.